Dallas Mavericks are one of the more interesting teams in the NBA right now. Of course, we know back in February, before the trade deadline, they traded their star player Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, and that trade got a lot of hate. Nico Harrison, the Mavs GM, got a lot of hate for that, trading away their franchise player in Luka for an older star in Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is by no means a bad player, but Luka Doncic is just multiple levels above him, and he's a much younger player and was their franchise player. So trading him for AD seemed illogical to most NBA fans. But right now, going into the 25 to 26 season, I think their roster is looking pretty solid. And I think the Mavs can really make some noise in the West and maybe even make a deep playoff run if everything goes well. As we know, they got the number one pick and drafted Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag, a 6'8" wing, so he's probably going to play the small forward for them maybe. Or maybe they slide 80 to the center, I don't know. But their starting lineup might be D'Lo at point guard, Klay Thompson shooting guard, Cooper Flag small forward, Anthony Davis power forward, and Lively center. Or they may go with Gafford at center. But regardless, this is a great lineup. I think they have pretty good defensive versatility with Cooper Flag coming in. You know, he gets a lot of comparisons to Jason Tatum, a big 6'8" wing who can shoot the ball, play defense, facilitate, score. Like, he can do a lot. And as we were talking about just the defensive end of the ball, he's really good on defense. He can block shots. He could play the perimeter and the interior. So I think he'll be a great defensive force for the Mavs. Of course, they have AD. AD is one of the best shot blockers in the NBA, one of the best defenders in the NBA. So he'll be a great big to anchor the defense on the interior and maybe the perimeter sometimes if he gets out there. Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford are both great shot blockers and interior presences. Klay Thompson, he's a solid defender. He was a much better defender in his glory days. But he's fallen off a little bit, but it's not like major. He's not a liability. He can still play some defense. D'Lo isn't the best defender, but being surrounded by these defensive guys, I think, will hide his weaknesses a little bit. And then just speaking of D'Angelo Russell, having him as a replacement for Kyrie until he returns, I think it's a pretty good replacement for him. D'Lo, you know, a lot of people hate on D'Lo, especially when he was with the Lakers, for his playoff blunders and just inconsistencies. But I think D'Lo's a solid point guard, especially as your backup when Kyrie returns. You wouldn't want him as your starting point guard, but he's a really good feeling, and it could have been much worse. So I think getting D'Lo this offseason for a 2-year contract, I think it was about $12 million, so pretty cheap for D'Lo. I think that was a great pickup, and he can really hold it down until Kyrie gets back. And then they have Klay Thompson, you know, one of the greatest shooters of all time. Even though he's taken a step back and some saying he's washed now, he's still one of the greatest shooters ever. He's still going to have that gravity. They're still going to have to respect him at the three-point line, guard him out there. He could still shoot damn near 40% from the three-point line or 40% from the three-point line. So I think he's going to help a lot with their spacing. And speaking of spacing, everyone on this team except for Lively and Gafford, everyone in the starting five are capable three-point shooters, so the spacing won't be horrible. Derek Lively, I think he did hit last time they were in the playoffs. He hit a three, maybe. I think it might have been in the finals, but that was probably a fluke. I don't think Derek Lively's about to be shooting threes. Even if he is, he's not going to be shooting them at a consistent rate. But yeah, the Mavs are really looking good. And then going based off the standings, just going off the top of my head, like a mini prediction, I guess, probably the Thunder at 1, Nuggets at 2, or Rockets at 2. It could be Nuggets or Rockets. So I'll say Nuggets at 2, Rockets at 3. And then I think the Mavs, they may be anywhere from like 4 to 7. Maybe the Lakers could be there at 4, the Mavs at 5. I don't know. The West is looking pretty deep next year, so I don't know how that's going to work out for them. But I think the Mavs can secure a playoff spot and like make it out of the play-in, especially when Kyrie comes back. We're not completely certain on this timetable, but he may come back near the end of the season, maybe when the playoffs are about to start. We don't really know right now, but I think a lot of this also depends on Cooper Flag, how good he is in his rookie season. I think he's going to be pretty good, you know, especially watching the summer league. He had a stinker in his first game, but the second game he had 30. He was going crazy. I think he's definitely ready for the NBA. We saw him compete against the U.S. team like a year ago or something like that. So I think Cooper Flag is definitely NBA ready. And even if he's not NBA ready, I think his defense will definitely automatically translate. He's a big body, and he's been competing against NBA level talent for a while now. So I think that'll at least translate. And yeah, the Mavs, even I think they can hold it down before Kyrie gets back. And when Kyrie gets back, this team will be scary.